What's good, peeps? Thanks as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, finally, Andy Ruiz has spoken. Remember, Andy Ruiz hasn't said a word since this rematch with Anthony Joshua was announced, what, 4 or 5 days ago. He has said nothing. Everyone else has said something, right? AJ has said a few things. Eddie Hearn has obviously said a few things. The whole Sky and the Zone, everyone has spoken about this apart from Andy Ruiz. Well, he has spoken now. And boy, oh boy, this is going to get messy. There's no two ways about it. This is going to get messy. This could be the first war, I'm exaggerating a bit here now, but the first kind of battle, big battle between Eddie Hearn and Al Heyman, right? Al Heyman's always had that #1 position, the most powerfulest man in boxing for the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. And Eddie Hearn is, I think, I wouldn't say closing the gap, but he's making his own power surge, let's be honest. And this could be the first big battle they have. Let's read out what Andy Ruiz has said. Remember, Eddie Hearn announced this fight will take place December the 7th in Saudi Arabia. He did say that Andy Ruiz has signed the contract. Obviously, this was the contract he signed prior to the first AJ fight, which doesn't necessarily mean he's happy about taking this fight. It means you've signed a contract, right? So it's going to get legal. It is going to. And you can tell by what Andy Ruiz said that he's been advised to say this, #1. And it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like they know something that we don't know, right? Because I'd be shocked if he takes this stance knowing he's signed a contract. Maybe the location's an issue, I don't know. But this is what he said. He said, I know everyone is talking about the second fight and all that. We got the real news coming soon, but the fight is going to happen. We got the real news coming soon. As what? As to say that Eddie Hearn's news is fake news? I don't know. AJ got the rematch. Yes, we do got the rematch, but it's going to be on my terms. We're going to bring it back here in the United States. He is suggesting. So, oh God. So the fight is signed December 7th, Saudi Arabia. Just from those words alone, i.e. the real news, and we're going to bring it back here in the United States, suggests that A, there's more news coming, and B, that fight ain't happening in Saudi Arabia, according to Andy Ruiz. I don't know how much power Andy Ruiz and Al Heyman have with this situation, but according to them, or according to him at least, this fight happens, he says that, but the fight happens in the US. Interesting. It goes on to say, AJ, he's scared, hell yeah. Why do you think he's over there trying to make the fight in Saudi Arabia? Like I said, I don't have no protection over there. And then it goes on to say, look, United States of America wants to. Then he stops and says, never mind, I can't say nothing, but the fight is going to happen soon. This is going to get messy, people. I mean, let's be honest, this is going to get real, real ugly. I mean, Eddie Hearn has also said in the last sort of 24 hours that, look, he has signed a contract. He's legally sort of obliged to kind of stick to that contract. And it could leave Andrew Ruiz, A, being stripped and B, out of boxing for a while. Again, Andrew Ruiz does have Al Heyman behind him. It's weird because we say Al Heyman like Al Heyman's God. I don't know what Al Heyman can do to a contract that's legally binding, but we'll soon find out. There's a part of me, I can't lie, more than half of me, I'd say about 70% of me right now, it could change. I know to flip and flop, but there's about 70% of me that thinks Andy Ruiz is just an ungrateful motherfucker. I can't lie to you. And look, come at me. But there is a part of me that thinks that. There's a part of me that thinks you had the fight against Dimitrenko, right? Was it Dimitrenko? I think it was Dimitrenko. I'm led to believe he got paid $200,000 to $300,000 for that fight. And people might say, Ade, don't bring out his past. You've got to bring out his past, right? You've got to bring out his past. And he openly admits this, begged Eddie Hearn by text message for the AJ fight. Eddie Hearn didn't have to give you the fight, but he did. He thought, you know what, it's a good option. Let's give Andy Ruiz the fight. You then, obviously, with your promotional company and your management, signed the contract that was put in front of you. You didn't blink twice. Why would you blink twice? You've gone from making $200,000-$300,000 to a high of, let's say, $3 to $4 million and a chance to become world champion and chance to change your life around. Why would you blink? You signed straight away. All of a sudden, you hit the lottery jackpot, became world champion, made some millions, and shit's changed. I can't lie, I don't like that. I don't like that. I know people might say, well, yeah, look, It's not fair, the money is getting offered. It was in the contract. You were happy to sign the contract, and now all of a sudden, you're not happy. I can't fuck with that. I can't. Let's not forget, Dillian Whyte, everyone laughed at him, but Dillian Whyte turned down the chance to fight AJ because he didn't like what was in the rematch clause contract. So he went as far as looked at what was in the rematch clause and was like, nah. And Ruiz signed immediately, right? As quick as humanly possible. And now the rematch is supposed to happen. There's a lot of ifs and buts coming from your corner. I don't like it. First, it was a case of, okay, we're not going to go to the UK because you know what? That's AJ's territory and I don't like it. Even that has pissed me off a bit. When AJ fought you was going to fight anyway in America, but he fought you in America. Now all of a sudden, with a chance to go to the UK, I was like, no. Because of this Dillian Whyte, Oscar Rivas shit. It's not because of that. He didn't want to go anyway. And it's like, okay, let's get a neutral ground. Now, I'm not happy about Saudi Arabia, but it is neutral. I know people say AJ goes there on holiday a lot. Regardless, it's fucking neutral. It is neutral, right? You're not happy about that. Is it you want a bit more money? Just say it. Is this hardball tactics you're doing? I don't know. But, I mean, look, Eddie Hearn seems very convinced that this contract is legally binding. And if I'm Andy Ruiz, I don't know. Look, you just take the $9 million that's on offer. There's a good chance you can beat AJ again. You move on. All this back and forth shit, it's tiring. And I just feel like in the end, you burn bridges. You burn bridges you might not want to burn. Again, let's not forget this. It's all well and good talking about, I've got a great team behind me, this team, that team, this team. You're earning $200,000 to $300,000 before. Yeah, you got a world title fight. You have to travel to New Zealand for that. So it's all well and good talking about how great your team is now. Where were they before? Peace.